Axle Rod Shop. We're going to go over some of the progress that we've done for the week on some of the projects, and we've acquired a few new projects, major work, and then some small in and out jobs. Start with one of the things that we've acquired is the finishing up of this full project here. It's a 63 split window Corvette. We're going to get the pleasure of finishing this project for the customer. It was in another shop. For whatever reasons, it's here now. And as you can see, we've acquired an unfinished project with not knowing if we have all the parts or not have all the parts. And we're coming in behind other people's work. But it's a very beautiful car. It's going to require some paint work on it, some upholstery work. We're going to actually change the whole interior, the color, probably change up some of the design in some areas according to the customer. And the project from the other shop, they've done Lexan for the glass to flush mount it, which is an excellent idea, but we're going to do some research and see if we can't get these actually manufactured in glass and still do the flush mount on the glass. So this project will be in some of our weekly updates starting this next couple weeks. We've managed to get some more work done on the 37 interior, some of the trunk panels. There's going to be that work being done in another video, but we're making weekly progress on this also. And then here on the 50 Mercury, we acquired the radiator finally. So we've got the radiator mounts manufactured, made. This is just kind of a driver car, so it's not being high-tech fabricated. We need it to be dependable. We got the radiator made. It was a radiator from CNR Performance. We've also got the computers for the engine, crate motor, and electronics. All that's going to be mounted over here, out of the way, but still accessible. So we got all that bracketry done. And then we've also gone over some stuff with the customer this last week, making some decisions on directions that we're going to head on for the interior. Then as far as the 57, we're still waiting on some parts for it. We have the new window frames that we're waiting on. We have the glass, so as soon as the window frames get here, we'll be mating the two together, the glass and the frames, and then we'll start assembling the rest of the interior on this. This one's actually ready to start the engine back up and leak check it. Make sure all the stuff, all the hoses and fittings are tight, and then we'll be putting the wheels and tires on it, getting it down on the ground. And this one will start getting test driven over the next couple of weeks. This one's getting real close to going home. 77 Camaro that we did a bunch of work on last year. Put an air ride tech front and rear suspension on it. It's got the bolt-in rear frame clip. We did that, changed out the seats, got the vintage air installed in it, and all that. And then we also did a engine swap. And then we also have this 55 Chevy that's kind of been waiting in line a little bit. We're finishing up a project for a customer. The original builder had some health issues, and we're going to finish this car up for the owner. One of the things we've gone over and done some wiring, finished up some wiring. We've initially got it running and driving, but it's here. You can see it's kind of a chaos and mess in here, but we've started on some of the fab work for the upholstery. We've got a center console that we've made. It's a 3-piece console so that we can make it serviceable. One of our main goals here at the shop is anything that we do or build or fabricate, we try to make it serviceable so that it can be worked on or repaired. Sitting in a hotel parking lot or on the side of the road, so on some instances that's kind of difficult to do to get the look that we're after usually, but there's still ways around it. So that's the use of the magnets or hidden latches and some of that stuff. But this one will be kind of next in line for upholstery and some of that finish work. We've received the leather already for it, so this one will be starting pretty soon. It's a 55 Chevy with a nice little power plant. It's got a little Whipple supercharged LS3, making in the neighborhood about 600 horse is what we were told, with a Tremec 6-speed. So this will be a fun one here. It's getting real close to going in the next stage. And back here in the back where most of the fabrication is going on, of course we have the gray truck that we've been doing some test driving on. That'll be in a video, some of the test driving and troubleshooting on that. That one's 150 miles of test driving from going home. And then we finished up some of the patterns and the fabrication, the beginning of the radiator cover. He's got that done this week. And then also got the steering column located and mounted and made this really nice trim piece that's got a rubber seal in it. And then it's got an inner ring and studs welded to this, so it's all done from the inside, so we keep the outside as looking as clean and simple as we can. And then he's been working on the patterns and templates for the inner fenders, but we are still waiting on the Hydro Boost unit to come in, because we're going to incorporate all that together where it's not showing. So that's kind of where we are on here. Oh, and we're also waiting on the hood hinges from the manufacturer. Just kind of the nature of the industry right now. Hurry up and wait for parts. And then since he's waiting on parts, I took the liberty of having him to do some work on my personal vehicle to try to get it done. This is a little 62 Chevy 2 4-door station wagon, 3-seat station wagon actually, that I've done all suspension change on it. It's got Church Boy Racing products front and rear with a 9-inch Ford from Quick Performance, and we're putting some baby turbos on it here that I've acquired inexpensively. And so what he's done, we're making our own manifolds on these Chevy 2s from factory. The engine was offset to one side 1 inch to help clear the steering box. So one side's got to be up, one side's got to be down for clearance. So we're making these stainless exhaust manifolds. Here we've done the flex tube on it. We will be running AC on this car. It's going to be a little sleeper car, but it's being built for the power tour in a couple of, well, less than 2 months. So we're getting ready to start working on the air intake, getting all that done. We'll get all that fabricated, then he'll pull it all off and do the finished welding on it. So that's kind of where we are on this, but this will be a fun car to drive. We didn't talk much about this one before, did we? Here we have a 65 Lincoln convertible. This car was in 2 or 3 other shops before we acquired the project. It seems like we get a lot of those. It came in with a lot of wiring issues, drivability issues, AC issues, air ride issues. So we've addressed all of those. We've been doing some test driving. These cars have a hydraulic windshield wiper system on it, and that seems to have quit working on it since it's been here. So we're addressing that, plus we're doing some test driving, troubleshooting, working the bugs out as we call it. So when the customer takes it home, hopefully it's dependable and he can not have to come back. And then also this week, the Chevy project, the LS swap conversion. We've got the motor fitted in place. This is a 525 horse crate motor that we were originally going to reuse the Muncie 4-speed that was in the car, and we purchased everything accordingly. And then the owner has decided to change that to one of the Tremec 5-speeds. So we're currently waiting on that to come in so that we can mount it up, fit the transmission cross member and location correct. We'll be pulling all this exhaust off and redoing all the exhaust. We'll probably make all stainless on that. And then we also have ordered one of the Holley front accessory systems. It'll be the same system that you saw on the 50 Mercury. And then once we get all that fitted and know that that's done, then the motor will come back out and we're going to be repainting the engine compartment and filling up a bunch of the holes on the firewall. So we're trying to do all the fitting and fab work that might need to be done, clearancing for whatever reasons now, so that when we come apart with the car to do the paint work, it only has to come apart once, and then when we put it back together we can start putting it together for the final time. And then on the 70 Olds Cutlass, we've got the AC done and working. One of the things that we had to do on it was a headliner, and the headliners are currently on 4 to 6 weeks back order. So in the meantime, the customer decided to go ahead and have us order a replacement radio and speakers, just one of the retrofit pieces that'll look stock. So those should be in this next week, and then we'll get them in, and then we'll probably send this car home till the headliner comes in, and then we'll bring it back and throw the headliner in it. So that's where we are at the end of this week. Well, this is another week here at the Saxy Rod Shop, so we appreciate you joining and watching our videos. And as you see each video each week, please hit the like and subscribe button, and give us some comments. Tell us if there's anything specific you'd like to be seeing more of, or if you have any questions on certain things that we do or how we do them. Please let us know. Thank you again, and we'll see you next week.